What's up, guys? Welcome to the Pulse Photography Podcast. We get together every week, or at least try to get together every week, to talk about some student media stuff, I guess. I'm Andy,
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Grayson.
and although I did say this is the photography podcast, we actually don't have all our photographers today. I don't know if you noticed, but we are missing a critical member from the last episode, Mr. Yo Goodall, who
You
was unable to
probably
be here.
didn't notice that he was gone anyway.
Why? What did he?
Because we made him sit in the bad chair.
Oh.
We made him sit in the bad chair.
Because we pushed him off to the
yeah,
corner.
we kind of pushed him off to the corner last time.
Yeah.
So
Really
sorry
had
about
the
that,
director
Yo.
of photography sit in the bad chair.
Yeah, sorry. We
I-
miss Yo. But
I feel
also,
kinda
if
bad.
he's gone, who's the next director of photography?
Do we like fight for it in like a coliseum kind of like setting, or is it just kind of like seniority?
Whoever is worthy of it.
Seniority. We all started at the same time.
Holy shit! Ooh.
You can curse.
Holy
Holy
crap, you guys! I don't want it. You guys can have it.
Oh, I was going to say you should have it because I don't want it either. Do you want it, Lindsay?
Lindsay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hell
that's who would be
yeah.
director of photography.
So today, actually, we're gonna talk about an interesting theme. The new issue of Pulse, Winter 2024,
Woo woo woo.
is releasing this week.
Woo,
So
woo,
if you
woo.
can go, it's probably somewhere in any of the buildings you go to. We have distributions over in the Cirque, in the Bistro, in Hogue, in all the other buildings
the
around
buildings.
campus, I'm sure.
Yup.
So please go check it out. It's a really cool issue, and I think you guys will like it.
What stories did you guys work on?
I worked on the Liminal Space story. So I did Liminal Spaces, and then I also did Toys That Raised Us. So it's my photography.
What did you do, Lindsay?
I did coffee
Mm-hmm.
and how to heal your inner child.
Oh, cute.
Yes.
Nice. I did stuffed animal lookalikes. And then everyone said with my little cat that we had the same bangs.
Dude.
They were parted the same in the specific photo that I had. And so let me know what you guys think if you pick up an issue and you see that photo. Let me know if we look alike or if we don't look alike. 'Cause I'm curious.
I actually thought a lot of the photos in that
I
issue,
did
like they all
too.
looked like their
Yeah.
stuffed animal. It was
Yeah, you know what
Uncanny.
it made me feel?
Hmm.
Nostalgic.
As a segue into our topic, today I kind of wanted to go back in time and kind of look at our past eras throughout history, you know? Who were we in high school? Who were we in elementary? What stuff did we want to keep locked up and we're going to bring out into the open today?
I think the worst part that you're missing there is middle school. My middle school persona is the worst era I've ever lived in. I used to wear a Sherlock Holmes hat in public.
Like with the ears? you know,
Yes,
like the-
with the front and the back. I
That's
used
kinda-
to
But
wear that in
everyone's
public.
middle school was pretty tragic.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. But that was the top tier tragic.
Dude, my middle school experience was awesome.
What?
I hate that for you guys. Well,
What?
okay, to be fair, I went to like a lot. I went to 4 different elementary schools and 4 different high schools, but I went through the same middle school. So I had
Oh.
like a consistent experience. So maybe
Okay.
that's what it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe actually let's go back a little bit and talk about like the most embarrassing moment we have from our early days. And I can start because the reason I came up with this question is because I've like my Roman Empire, I guess you could say, is a moment in elementary school. I believe it was 2nd grade where we went outside and like we were playing. It was a hot day, you know. I had a hoodie on. I had a hoodie and a shirt on, and I came back inside to the classroom, and I was like, you know what? It's so hot. And I hadn't really learned about static electricity yet, so when I tried to take my hoodie off, I also took off my entire undershirt. It gets worse, dude. So as I'm like there, I realize that my shirt's off, and my I don't know what belts are, so like my pants are a little lower. You can see like the lip of my underwear, and like my full bare chest is out. And my teacher walks in as the like kids are coming in. She's like, "Andy, what are you doing?" And you know when you take your shirt off and it doesn't come off clean, it like crumples up at the top. So I'm just sitting there like waving my hands trying to get the shirt back on, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. And then I eventually got it back on, and I sat down and I tried to like alleviate the tension by looking at the only other person at my table and saying, that was kind of awkward, right? And they didn't say anything to me. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, that shaped a lot.
I try not to think about it a lot, but it doesn't work. I think about it all the
Every
time.
day.
Yeah.
Like the average American thinks about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly like
It's
that.
just like that.
That's how I start every morning.
Yep.
You know,
Thinking about Abe.
thinking about
Oh,
Abe, how honest he was.
So true.
Love that guy.
Lindsay, what's your most embarrassing moment? Do you have one? Because I have one.
I have lots,
What's your most?
but
Yep.
I need to think of one.
All right, think about it. Pick one. If Grayson has hers locked and loaded.
Well, I have my most embarrassing elementary school moment. Elementary school, I have embarrassing moments for all decades of my life, but in elementary school, I have a visceral one of so I always hated this. Teachers would ask like, do we need to go to the bathroom? And like we'd all be in the group and I would be like, no, I don't have to. And then we get back to the classroom and I have to go to the bathroom. And I was so scared to be like, hi, I have to go to the bathroom actually. And so I just held it until a point where I just stood up and peed. I just peed and then I cried. I was like, but I'm thinking back, I'm like, why'd I do that? Like, why? I don't know. Why'd I stand up?
That's
too?
honestly such a power move.
That was my alpha move. I just stood up and peed and look at everyone in the eyes.
You had to show everyone that when you gotta go, you go.
When I gotta go, I gotta go. Sorry, Tyler.
And you
Anyway.
had to go.
And I had to
You
go.
had to go.
So lesson learned for the teacher, not for
Dude,
me. I knew.
get it.
That happened to this one girl in my ballet class when I was younger.
Ooh.
We weren't allowed to go use the bathroom during class, and we would be
See?
drinking a lot of water.
What is that
and-
rule?
I think
And
it's stupid.
yeah, and so then they would always tell us, you should have gone before class. It's like, well, during
Girl, I
class I'm
didn't need
drinking
to.
a lot of
I
water.
didn't have to go,
And
right?
like
Yeah.
exactly, it's like I didn't have to go. Well, she ended up peeing herself in class, and after that, it became a rule: if you have to go, like you can go.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. It
and
became
it's also
revolution.
you can't dance with a full bladder. Like you're jumping up and down, like you will
Yeah.
be leaking. Like it's just not.
That's
It's true.
that's how we make the change. If we all stand up together and just pee ourselves in front of our teachers, maybe things will
It
change.
took one girl to pee herself in class, and that was.
And it was me, and I was in that ballet class.
It was you.
It was me.
Whoa, what
So,
the Pulse cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Everything's connected.
Everything's connected.
Have you thought of your embarrassing moment yet?
It usually. Oh, there was one. I don't know how old I was, but and this was also ballet. The bars, there was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically they were like over each other, and one was like a smaller bar, mainly for like the younger kids, and then one for the older kids because we're taller. And I don't know why, but I was really impulsive, and I decided to stick my head in between the bar and go like this. Well, I didn't. I was stupid, and I did no. Oh, thank you, Tyler. And I got stuck, and so I was just screaming and crying with my head stuck in the bars.
So you got your head inside the bars, but you
Yeah.
couldn't get it outside the bars?
I was like 5.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Well, figure it out.
Ooh. I just remember like
Well.
the teacher trying to yank me, and I was like, "Mommy."
That's like the worst thing to do.
But that's all I remember is just crying. I hated crying in public as a kid.
I
thought
still
it was like,
do.
yeah, because I'm just like only babies cry in public, and so I remember, I think I was like 4, and my sister, she was like a toddler. We're 2.5 years apart, and she was throwing a tantrum, and she was in the little, we were grocery shopping, so she was up at the top, and I told her, and I was like, Emily, wait, can I say names? Okay.
No, you can't say your
It's your
sister's
sister.
name.
That's true. Emily, I'm like, you need to stop crying. You're embarrassing me. And, and I'm 4 years old. I'm like, you're embarrassing me. She stops, looks at me, and starts crying.
I would too. Oh my God. Damn.
Yeah,
So,
that
yeah.
would have hurted. Yeah, it's still embarrassing. Like I think I cried in public T-1 month ago, and it's so embarrassing. You like try to act like you're fine too, and like
Yeah.
yeah, and like your eyes are just so watery, and like your face is flushed. It's like, oh no, I was just allergies. It's just horrible.
It's like
Dude.
hay fever.
Hay
the real.
fever.
It's like, hay fever.
I cried once in elementary school, and I told myself I'd never do it again because,
That's the male experience.
dude, I cried. It was literally because there was this. So I had like
Aw.
I was like little 6-year-old Andy, right? I like this girl. I wanted to play with her, right? And she was playing with another guy, Carter. You fucker. I liked Carter. He was cool and everything, but he was playing with the person I wanted to play with.
Yeah.
And then I told the teacher that they wouldn't play with me, and then they were like, well, "We're sorry." And it was like,
You were a mastermind.
dude, I couldn't contain my emotions, and I just started. Was I manipulative as a 6-year-old?
Well, they won't play with me.
Oh
Like you got them in trouble
They.
because you were jealous.
I did not realize that this is going to be an introspective episode, but wow, maybe I was a
PPP,
manipulative
more like
6-year-old.
pulse photography therapy, PPT.
What about high school, you guys? We talked a little bit about, the earlier years. I know high school is not something I love to revisit a whole lot. But we can start easy, I think something easy to think back on is just kind of like
Oh, I have one that just
Oh, a
really
moment?
came back. Yeah,
you're going to
I
have to
have-
hit that.
I have one really embarrassing story. Something about me just says like I'm anxious when I try something new, but something about me is like do it all, and I'm like okay. So I did choir, and I auditioned for a solo. Hey, it was not in my range. Got it anyway. I was like, oh my god, performance day. It was the worst. So, and it's when the whole choir goes completely silent, and it's just me in the middle, and I sing it, and it's the worst voice like you've
No.
ever heard. It sounded like a goat yodeling. Like it was bad. like I'm not exaggerating. That's what it sounded like. And I didn't go to school the next day because I
Dude.
was crying so hard.
Nah, dude, I
Because
get
I'm
it.
embarrassed. And the worst part, people came up to me afterwards and was like, those low notes, like you really hit those. And I was like,
They were trying to be nice.
They were trying to
really
be nice.
I was like, I wish you just wouldn't have said anything.
Dude.
'Cause
Stage
Yeah.
front experiences are so scary to me. I didn't really participate in them after like maybe middle school, but I literally remember in like 5th grade there was like a talent show, and I had like been dabbling in the piano, and I was
you're
very bad.
tickling the ivories. If you
Tickling the eye. Don't ever say that again. I had just learned to play the Super Mario theme on piano, but it wasn't like the good Super. It was like I used my fingers, like just my index fingers, to play it. So I went in front of the entire 5th grade class, and like I played it, and it was fine. I did it. I made like maybe one mistake, but I was like, I did a good job. And then this 5th grade prodigy goes right after me, you guys. I have never felt so inadequate in my entire life.
Probably playing like Beethoven.
Dude, he played something cool. And the worst part is that like when he went up to go play, he was like nervous, and the whole crowd was like, "No, you got it." And they like cheered for him. His mom came up, gave him a hug. He had like everyone was on his side. And then he like rips like one of the best piano pieces I've ever heard in my life.
I don't even know how to
Dude, it felt like a concert.
dude.
I never went on stage again.
Oh,
Never again. I couldn't
now
do it. I
that's
couldn't
your
handle
Roman
it.
Empire. That's crazy.
I have a lot of those apparently.
I would love to see you as a little 5th grader. Like, I feel like you're very sweet now,
Mhm.
and like you're a 20-year-old man. Seeing like a little 6-year-old Andy, you just. That probably was so cute.
I was probably a lot. Yeah. It didn't work out for me. though.
Aw, well,
Maybe I should pursue it in some other life.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any like? How has your like music change shifted from when you were a kid, or
Mm.
like when you were in high school? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because I feel like I listened to a very different stuff than when I was when I was 16.
I think it's like the same.
Really?
I was a My Chemical Romance fan, and me
Mm.
and my friends would wear all black and sing it in the back of the bus. And
Oh, I think I've
Out
been on that bus
loud.
before.
you've never been on a bus
No,
before?
I've been on that bus before with My Chemical
Oh.
Romance fans in the
Yeah,
back
that was
belting their
me.
favorite songs.
I've been in all of your timelines, by the way. I peed in your ballet class, and I was in the back of your bus.
Watching us.
Yeah. So so My Chemical Romance. But that was a phase that I got out of quickly. And then high school, it's kind of stayed the same. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I have a stranger music taste, and it stayed the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of similar. I mean, I kind of listened to My Chemical Romance, but I was a big Fall Out Boy guy, fan, which has not stayed consistent in my early 20s. I listen to like a lot more electronic stuff now, I guess, with the times, but
Nice.
yeah.
I think the main thing that's different for me is like I listen to a more Latin music now. Like Tejano, like different stuff like that.
Yeah.
Lindsay was in my car one time. Were you the person? I was listening to. Do you listen to Selena?
I've listened to Selena before, not consistently, but
Selena or Lindsay was like, I've never met a white person who listens to this freely. I was very embarrassed. But that's like the
You
biggest shift.
you say impressed?
I was impressed.
Oh, okay. I thought you said oppressed. I was like, what?
No. But that's the biggest shift in my music taste.
Nice.
It's so
nice.
upbeat.
Yeah,
I love
I love like that type of music. I don't know why I don't listen to more Selena. I do like her,
Oh.
but
Don't get me started. That was a phase. That was a new era of me.
it's not
I
a phase.
love
You
Selena.
You still like her,
I'm
right?
still in it.
Oh, you're still in the phase.
Yes.
You think it'll pass?
Never.
No.
A lifelong phase.
I want to visit her house in Texas. They made it into a museum.
Really?
Ooh,
That's kind of cool.
that'd be
Mhm.
cool.
That would be really cool. I did have one other question that we could take a look at that wasn't related to embarrassing moments or favorite childhood TV shows. If you guys had any
I
that
have a
like
ton.
you kind of
Phineas
look
and
back,
Ferb.
maybe a comfort show. Phineas and Ferb is a great answer.
Yeah.
Arthur.
Oh my god. Arthur's not as good.
I
an answer.
loved Arthur as
what
a kid.
What a tonal
Okay,
shift.
I say
Um,
Arthur, Martha Speaks,
Okay.
in Elementary.
No, I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
You guys not like him?
Sorry.
Well, I'm,
Oh,
I'm not.
Word
I'm,
Girl?
I'm not familiar.
Word
Girl.
Girl, yes.
Word
And
Girl,
did you
dude.
ever listen to Electric Company?
I didn't like that one.
I was like, there's one
Oh, I
saying
love
that I'm
the
forgetting.
Electric Company.
Hey, you guys.
I never understood it. I thought it was
What?
like, I was like, what are all these teenagers? I'm like, I don't like this show.
You were ageist from like
Yeah, dude,
from
for
the
real.
get go.
They taught me what a limerick was.
I that makes a lot of sense.
What does that mean?
I loved Cartoon Network.
Mm.
I loved Regular Show, Adventure Time. But there was one show that I used to watch as a kid that I shouldn't have watched. I woke up at 5. I revealed too much on this podcast, but I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and watch Robot Chicken. Have you guys ever heard of that?
I know of Robot
It's the
Chicken,
most
but
violent show. I'll go back and look at them. It was violent. I was obsessed with it in elementary school, and I'd wake up in the early mornings when Adult Swim was putting it on, and I used to watch that all the time.
that's honestly awesome.
And I think that makes a lot of sense for
I was
me,
gonna say
so-
that does make a
Oh,
lot of sense.
Okay.
Do you guys ever
Thanks.
watch Super Y?
Yes.
Back in my PBS era,
Yeah.
I
Super Y was
loved
awesome.
PBS.
dude. PBS knew what it was doing.
Uh-huh.
I think more than like Nickelodeon and like,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
Disney Channel. 'Cause, like,
Especially now.
yeah, dude. Oh my god, the
Yeah.
Cartoon Network like shift from like good TV and all that, and then like I remember I saw, not to offend any like lovers of this program, but I saw an ad for Uncle Grandpa, and I just knew that it was over. You know, like our like the whole Cartoon Network era of like beauty was gone. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of like the moment for me, and I was just like, I think I'm done with PBS.
Mhm.
Or what
P-
was it? Cartoon
That was
Network.
that was on
Network,
Cartoon
whatever.
Network.
Yeah.
I liked
I-
Chowder. on
Chowder's a
Cartoon
favorite,
Network.
actually. I think
Flapjack. Is that what
The
it was
Misadventures
called?
of Flapjack.
Yeah.
You know what sucks?
Oh.
I loved Flapjack when I was a kid, and I tried
Yeah.
watching it recently, and I don't think it holds up as well as it did,
Dang.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb does though. I've been binging. I've
Ooh.
been watching Phineas and Ferb. My
Wait,
girlfriend-
isn't there a new season coming out? Or it
yeah,
already came
actually,
out?
there is a new season coming out. They're rebooting it. I don't know. how they're gonna do
What?
it, but I'm
because there
really
was the
excited.
after episode of where they're like
Mhm.
they're grown up and they're going to college.
maybe they
college
have kids.
Phineas and Ferb.
Maybe they have kids and it's their. Oh, that would be kind of lame. But maybe it is in college.
My face just
Yeah, you
says
just
what I'm
you
thinking.
really
I
crapped all
didn't
over her
mean to.
idea.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She was excited. And you were like, no,
I'm
that's
so
stupid.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
It could be their kids. And then it's just like, oh wait, would it be a mutated like a triangle? Because
Mutated?
Isabella. I mean, his head is already a triangle, but hers is like a
Do you
U.
think
I think
they'll
it
be
would-
deformed?
It would be like
Uh,
hexagon kid.
I think it would just be one or the other shape.
Do you what? Wait, did Vanessa and Ferb end up together?
I don't.
Yeah,
I think.
I
Oh,
think
Did
so.
they?
no. You know what? In that episode, so Phineas and Isabella ends up together. My
Yes.
forever. But like they, I think Vanessa rolled up in a car and then
Yeah.
Ferb hopped in all cool, like, and then like drove off into the sunset. I
Yes.
think that's what happened. But that was like.
I
might have
think
just
Tyler's
made that
saying
up.
otherwise. Did that not happen?
Did that not happen, Tyler? The movie?
Wait, which one? Across the Second Dimension?
Yeah,
I
I've seen Across
love
the Second
that
Dimension. I
one.
love Across the Second Dimension.
Ferb?
Ferb marries
marries
Isabella?
I don't remember.
No,
I
no, no,
watched
no.
that
I
movie
think
so
wait, you
much.
gotta be. Wait, Isabella is Phineas's person, right?
Wait, you're right.
I just wanted to include you. You had.
I don't
I
think they
felt
can
your
hear you.
ideas coming from your gourd.
If Ferb ends up with Isabella, if that is actually canon to the story,
There's no way.
I might end it all. Like that is the worst way to. That is horrible.
That
dude.
is horrible.
That's
You
not-
just said Phineas
No,
and
but
Isabella
Phineas
were
and
your ride or
Isabella
die.
kissed. They kissed.
Well, you can kiss and marry someone
That's
else.
If we kiss, it's ride or die. It's
It's
till the end of the
one
line.
and done, baby.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Pulse Photography Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you tune in for next week's episode, and I also hope that you pick up an issue of Pulse.
Woot woot.
You know, around campus. It was really fun to make, and it was awesome to collaborate with the designers, the writers, and just kind of get out there and do stuff like that. Also, if you're interested in joining Pulse, we're always looking for more writers, more photographers, more designers. And, you know, it's a great place to learn and kind of test your skills and stuff. So, you
And
know,
make friends.
yeah, come hang out.
Yeah.
We'll be around, I'm sure.
Not for long.
Oh,
Graduation.
what is? Oh, that was a lot more ominous than I thought it was.
What do you mean? See, I told you next week it's just gonna be you guys, and then it's gonna be Lindsay.
Yeah,
We
dude,
just
Lindsay,
dwindle off.
Dude.
What'd you do to Yo?
do you have a list?
Yes.
Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.